Good day, learners, and welcome to our video where we are looking at basic equations. Okay, so this is where we're going to do things like solve for t. Oops. Can sometimes be solved for x. Doesn't really matter what it is. We are still solving something. So let's look at a few examples. Let's look at this one. T plus 5 equals 23. So how do we do that? Because at the end of the day, we want to get t. We want to find out what t is. Now, if we just look at the surface and we do some mental maths, this is basically saying, well, what plus 5 is going to equal 23. Okay, and you can already work that out in your mind. But let's just have a look. So if I want to take this 5 and I actually want to move it over onto that side, in order to do that, I have to do the opposite of what is currently here. That being said, I've then got to put in a negative 5 and have a negative 5 on that side. So the next step will be t equals, because this is now cancelled out, and it'll be 23 minus 5. Okay, so I hope you're still with me. Then our next step is where we actually do that, and we say t equals 18. Now again, if you want to double check your equation, you need only take it back and say, okay, well, the original was t plus 5. So let's do that. It's 18 plus 5 equals 23. Is that correct? Yes. And then you know you've got that entire equation solved. Let's do another one. 3t equals 33. Now we know when something is, sort of bolted or connected to our t or to our x, it means it's actually been multiplied by that. So in order to get rid of that, we need to divide it. Remember, when we want to move things over, we need to do the opposite of what they have actually done here, because this is actually like 3 multiplied by t equals 33. And all we're saying is, well, we're going to divide this by 3, and then if we do it to the one side, we have to do it to the other side. And that will then cancel each other out. That will equal 11. And then you'll have t equals 11. Now again, we can go and test this out and say, okay, well, that was 3 times, what do we have, 11. Is that the answer? Yes. And we've solved it again. Let's look at a different one. Let's go to t plus 6 equals 12. Okay. So again, we know that that's actually 2 multiplied by t plus 6 equals 12. Now, I'm just going to put this in a bracket. If we, again, want to move the 6 over, if we have a positive 6 here, what do we need to do? We need to minus the 6 from both sides. That cancels out. And now we've got 2t equals 12 minus 6. That would be 6. Okay. Now, we need to get rid of that 2 from the t. And because this is multiplied, we need to divide. I'm going to have to divide on the other side as well. That cancels out, and that leaves me with 3. So to test this out, 2 times 3, that gives me 6, plus 6 is going to give me 12. And that's how I know I've solved my equation. Now, let's look at a difficult one. Let's go t plus 1 divided by 11 equals 1. So now you're thinking, oh my word, what is this? We've now got fractions involved. And that's fine, because I'm going to give you another one, a simple one. Let's do the simple one first. T divided by 8 equals 13. And you'll see how we can then apply it to this one over here. Okay, so remember, if t is being divided by 8, in order to get that 8 out, we need to then multiply it by 8. So I'm going to go multiply by 8. That'll cancel that out. But multiply by 8 on the other side will have to come in as well. So now it'll be t equals 13 multiplied by 8. And therefore t equals 104. And again, you can go and test this by taking the 104, dividing it by 8, and you should get your 13. So let's use the same principle on the other side. Okay. So if we want to get rid of this 11, because it's been divided, we need to multiply by 11, multiply by 11 on the other side. That will cancel out, so we'll end up with t plus 1 equals 11 times 1 is 11. Okay, now we need to get that 1 across, so we're going to go -1, and that'll leave us with t equals 10. So if we are correct, let's have a look at this. If t equals 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 divided by 11 is 1. There we go, and we've now solved for t.